Alright everybody, so it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It's been raining off and on since 1:30 this morning. See the clothes are still on the line? Yeah, I gotta grab them off the line, wring them out, put them in the dryer. Told you it wasn't a very good idea. Yeah. If it continues on by the end of the day, I think we're gonna reach that 1.25 inch mark. But let's go for a ride. Go back there and check that winter eye. Those of you that follow me on Instagram have already seen pictures of it from this morning when I went to check the cows. And for those of you that are interested, I did a little experiment with cutting some branches off my hybrid poplar trees this spring. I put them in water in the window of my washroom there and see if I could get them to root, and they did. So we planted those 8 trees this morning, actually just half an hour ago. And then just as another experiment, I cut 2 more branches off my bigger poplar down there, and I just did a direct planting on that. So just gonna keep those trees that I transplanted nice and moist here for the rest of the year, and hopefully they work. And I'm really hoping the direct cutting works, because I only need to do about 200 more to accomplish my goal of that windbreak all along here, because my wind comes straight out of there all winter long. So I'm really hoping to get a windbreak shelter belt along the road to block that wind all winter. And the idea of the hybrid poplars, they're going to grow fast, and then I can get white pine like those planted kind of interspersed in between them. Then those will provide shade for the pine trees so they don't burn off, because pine trees grow a lot faster in the woods than they do out in the open. So hopefully by having the screen trees, that will give me a quick windbreak and then provide shade for the pine trees while they're growing. And once the pine trees are tall enough, we will harvest the hybrid poplars for firewood. I have a couple of these hybrid poplars planted up in the woods where the cows cannot get to them, and they make these look like they're just baby trees. It's amazing how much faster stuff grows where there's shade and moist soil. So yeah, anyhow, I'll throw a clip on of what I did in the shop with the roots and everything on the end of this for anybody that's interested in that, and then we'll just do updates on that throughout the summer or whatever to see if they either grow or if they burn up and die. So that's that. Well, I'm going to shut the fencer off quick, jump on the gator, and meet you guys in the rye field. Alright, hopefully it don't melt. I guess if I melt, the battle will be over. As you can see, all that white or green powdery stuff there, all my orchard grass is pollinating right now, so I think we should be able to cut hay here soon. I'm probably going to get really wet. But here's our winter rye. Looks like it's pollinating to me. Hopefully you can see. It's almost up to my chest here. So it has grown a lot in the last week or so. I think if we would have, I'm going to put my head over the top of my phone. I think if we would have fertilized everything and left it grow, this I only put 150 pounds of potash on, but I think if a guy would have put 150 pounds of potash and 100 pounds of urea, I think it probably could have made baleage by now, obviously, and we could have planted corn now. But with how dry we were there a week ago, I was a little too nervous. So it's something we're going to jot down, and we'll know for next year. So yeah, anyhow, that's what the winter rye is looking like. So stay tuned for more updates. Hopefully, I don't know, I'm guessing in a month, 5 weeks maybe, we'll be combining. I don't know. I don't remember from 2 years ago what time of the year I combined, so we'll see what happens. I've got this project going on. I took these clippings off my hybrid poplars out there, and as you can see, they're starting to grow roots on them. That one's harder to see. I've kind of been experimenting along the way and found out what works better and what works not as good. That one's getting roots started on it. That little one there I know didn't. I had to make some adjustments to it. See, that one's growing roots. Perfect. They get $5 a piece for these hybrid poplars. Hybrid poplar screen trees. So it's awesome that I'm getting these to work the way I want them. See, that one's getting all kinds of roots started on it. I already planted 2 trees this morning that had the longest roots. So I dropped one down here and put him back in the water. What I have discovered is where the leaves are starting to grow, pop them off and get them in the water, and that's where the roots will start to grow.